Okay, so I suppose this is where people get a little bit emotional. But the tears aren't coming. The tears aren't coming. Like sometimes my friends joke with me that if you tap on my chest, you'll hear like it's hollow. Like, where's my heart? It's just that I care so deeply and viscerally for people that I like to think about my care and affection logically before I think about it emotionally. I know it doesn't make sense, but you also want to know what doesn't make sense. Putting something out into the world and not knowing how it would be received. And friend, I am here to tell you that the reason why I wanted to cry and couldn't quite find the tears is because today my podcast surpassed 1 million downloads. Like, I can't believe that. Just saying that is the craziest thing to me. So I decided to turn on the mic and document everything I'm feeling. So without like a clear script or thing to say, like I have to just say 9 months of this podcast being out in the world. This show, something that was created from nothing, has 1 million downloads. The show that started off recording in my closet is still the same show that I'm recording in my closet. I am sitting here in a pile of shoes. And I have to say that the reason I'm telling you this is not because it's some annoying hashtag humble brag. This is about you. The downloads and the number and pursuing something is not about me. It is about you. For years, I talked when nobody listened, and I spoke at events that nobody came to, and I wrote when nobody was reading what I had to write, and nobody cared about what I had to say. In 2019, I was scared to launch a podcast. It was October, and the night before it launched, I wanted to pull the plug. I was like, I don't really want to put this out in the world. I remember sitting at dinner with my husband, and he's also my business partner, and I told JD, what if this is a mistake? Like, what if nobody listens? What if it's like a waste of time? What if I take time away from the things that I should be doing and then like get into a venture that I don't really know is something I could do or should do during this time? And he reminded me of something that I won't forget. He said, Jasmine, you're not writing or speaking or podcasting for thousands of people. You're writing for one person who needs to hear what you have to say. And he said the same thing to me in 2007 when I walked into rooms and there was just 2 people there who signed up to listen to me speak. A few years later, he said the same thing when I was blogging and nobody was reading my blog. And he said the same thing when I started taking pictures and nobody wanted to look at my pictures, much less pay me for my pictures. And he said the same thing that when I started teaching classes on how to become a photographer and people would make fun of me or question why I was doing it. He said the same thing before I walked on a stage. He said, you're not there for thousands. You're there for one person who needs to hear what you have to say. And I am here to tell you, so are you. If you're listening to this, this reminder is for you. And it's probably a reminder for me too. Post it, write it, record it, paint it, share it, photograph it, document it, fix it, repeat it. You owe it to yourself to try whatever your heart is calling you to do. Beyond all else, you owe it to the world to stand in your purpose and shine your light. If I, a girl from the hood, daughter of an immigrant who didn't learn how to read until I was 11, could start a business after dropping out of law school and creating a podcast that amassed over 1 million downloads in 9 months, then you can do the dang thing too. Because I am a nobody who has the chance to do something. And I get a little bit choked up because if I can go back and tell myself who I was as a kid, and said everything you ever doubted and everything that you believed to be true was a lie. Because it takes just as much energy for me to believe that the podcast would fail, that my photography business would fail, that social curator would fail. It takes just as much energy for me to believe that, or for me to believe that I have the capacity to make something out of nothing. And you do too. What do you want to do? Can you please just do it and try? I believe you owe it to yourself to try whatever your heart is calling you to do. Beyond all else, you owe it to the world to stand in your purpose and to shine your light. It is okay that you are too much or too little for some people, because you're going to be right for some people. I have to tell you that I believed that somebody always had it better, that somebody had more, that somebody had all the things I wanted. And that's true. There are people who have it better. There are people who have more. There are people who have what you want, but I don't believe that should stop you. I don't believe you're going to let your disadvantages define you. I don't believe that you're not going to let what you lack in your life stop you. I believe that you're going to take what you have, however small it is, and I believe that you're going to make magic with it. Why? That's what determined people do. You'll persevere, regardless of the odds stacked against you. And I am here to tell you that mindset is everything. What you're going through today is making you into who you will become tomorrow. Now, this means that you can choose to look at the situation you're in two ways. Number one, life dealt me a short stack. Or number two, I have the stack I need to get me to where I want to go. Because, friend, I am going to tell you, there have been people, and there are people, and there will be people who will do more with less. They just look at their situation and say, this is what it is. I am going to make magic from nothing. So my question to you, brilliant, beautiful, amazing soul, what are you going to choose? I hope that you choose to say, I have everything I need to get to where I want to go. And for everything I don't have, the strength of my struggle is preparing me for the success that I have asked for. Everything I am going through in this moment is shaping me for who I need to be in the future. Which will you choose? I hope that you choose to look at what you have and say, I'm going to do it because my dreams are worth it. So here's to us, the believers and the defiants who say, just like Maya Angelou, still we rise. Friend, I am humbled and I am so grateful for your support. You are the reason I feel like my voice is shaking. Oh, man. And I'm still going to speak. I'm going to speak even when my voice shakes because somebody needed to hear this today. Even if that one person is me, dang it. So you are the reason why I do what I do and why the Jasmine Star Show has surpassed 1 million downloads. For that, I want to say thank you. As a dedicated listener of the Jasmine Star Show, you can have access. We just created this. The timing couldn't be better. I'm telling you guys, you have access to my exclusive mini course, Instagram branding, 3 steps to stand out and turn followers into customers on Instagram. You can have this absolutely free. This is how we're celebrating, y'all. We are celebrating. I am giving away this audio course, and you can get this audio course for free when you rate and review the Jasmine Star Show on Apple Podcast. Y'all, my smile is so big. Like the timing of it, just the timing. We wanted to put this audio course out. I had never in my wildest dreams thought that it would be to celebrate me, you, and 1 million downloads to this podcast. So in this mini course, I'm going to walk you through how to build a brand on Instagram in 3 ways: creating a purpose-driven account, playing up your profile so your followers recognize you instantly, and getting real engagement with your audience. So leave a review on the Jasmine Star Show and then head over to jasminestar.com/IG branding to gain access to this course. Thank you, as always. Thank you for tuning into the Jasmine Star Show. Here's to 1 million downloads, and here's to 1 million more. Thank you, friend.